Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to today's market recap. There's really nothing to fucking go over. There was one trade that was pretty nice. It happened right at market open, just like yesterday. Let me come to the 5 minute real quick. Where is market open? I had a pretty bullish bias coming in, but I wouldn't be surprised if we started selling off because overnight we just generated a fuck ton of high time frame low resistance liquidity, and then we also had like a 4 hour unfilled for value gap right here. We had a 4 hour unfilled right here. There's another one right here as well. So we had targets lower. There was also like London Asia lows, New York PM lows from yesterday. Let me show you guys. If we did want to start selling off, we had all these lows down here, but again, we had news at 8:30. That's what this giant diddler is. And then we also had news at 9:45, which is this candle right here. So coming into this morning, I realized that we have yet to take out these data highs, and ES has also in the same boat. So I was like, all right, if we take out one side, we're most likely going to take out the other. There was this nice continuation. I just couldn't find an entry. There was this 15-minute for value gap. Actually, let me mark it in blue. There was this 15-minute fair value gap, and then coming out of the fair value gap, we had a lower time frame structure move. It was, I believe, this 3 minute. So my whole thought process was, okay, I'll take this 3 minute inversion, but I'm going to set a limit order at the inversion. If I get tapped in, I get tapped in. If not, it'll play out. It ended up just running without me, which is completely fine. I just wanted to stay patient. Stop loss somewhere like at CE, the wick down here. Probably just like right here for basically a one-to-one trade. That is what I was. Oh my god, what the fuck? That was what I was looking for at market open. We just couldn't get that retrace. We did get this 1 minute inversion right here, where if we went break even at the 3 minute, this trade would have played out. But I just don't like taking all the way up here, and then your break-even point could either be of these highs if you thought we were going to run right through this 3 minute, or it could have been a quick break-even at this 3 minute gap, which is basically, or no, this 3 minute gap. But then you would be entering inside of a unfilled 3 minute, which would be right here. So that's what invalidated it for me with the 1 minute. I like to take the highest time frame inversion in the leg, but we did get a 15-minute for value gap tap. We also had an SMT right here. And yeah, that was basically it. I did get a question in Discord. Give me 1 second because I hear them typing in there right now. It said, bro, did anyone take the 955? We got a retap into the 5 minute for value gap. We built internal structure. What is this 955 you may speak of? Is it right here? I need to go on replay. We got to retap into the 5 minute for value gap. I don't see a 5 minute. We built internal structure. We got a 2 minute inversion after we initially tapped into the 5 minute, and 15-minute for value gap upper quadrant. Target was internal buy side liquidity, which we engineered with those internal highs, putting in the SMT with the ES, which led to a retrace. I faded it though. We were generating LR at my stop loss. I don't see a tap into a 5 minute for value gap. Unless if he's talking about this one, but 955 happened somewhere over here. And yeah, it was essentially just generating. What I wanted to see was I wanted to see us come up and retake out these highs right here, possibly creating an SMT, and then we can look for a short down to like these lows right here, or even this unfilled hourly that ended up opening up, which was right here. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Here we go. Which ended up being these lows right here. There was another question. Also, there was a trade at 9:33. We tapped into both the 5 minute and the 15-minute for value gap, internal SMT at the lows, and 3 minute version to all-time highs. But the RR was trash. Yeah, that's the trade I just went over. There was one other trade. I forgot where the fuck it was. Clearly, it wasn't beautiful because. Oh, this right here, this 5 minute that failed. So we ended up coming down. Okay. And we got I believe there was an SMT at these lows. Yeah, there was. So there's an SMT right here with these lows, and then there was, clearly we did not sweep him out on here. We ended up trending up, creating a 5-minute inversion, targeting these highs up here as a take profit target. And then we ended up making a 5-minute for value gap. So a lot of people took this 5-minute inversion with a limit order at the IFEG. So their trade idea would look something like this. Give me 1 second. The limit order at the IFEG right here, and then there's stops at like C of this wick for basically like a 1-to-1 trade. Something that looks like this. However, we were essentially just chopping. I decided to stay out the market. I didn't like this specifically for the fact that we were already so fucking oversold or overbought. Just take a look at this bullshit. We're just so fucking overbought, right? So actually I was looking for shorts, and as you guys can see, this ended up getting stopped out, and then now all of a sudden we are deciding to go higher. But yeah, there was an SMT at these lows right here. There was also an SMT at these data highs. I believe the SMT is still there for this time being, or we just took it out right now. So the SMT was there. But yeah, that is probably why it failed, because we had SMT at this data highs. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. Up your allocation, use the link in the description. Lucid Trades, code LoeGpa, 45% off, no activation fee, $75 all in for a 50K account. So if you guys again are looking up your allocation, go check that out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on Monday.